Hello, good afternoon, fellow classmates. I will be delivering speech number 4, and my topic is Big Pharma. Obviously, we had to choose a conspiracy theory, and this conspiracy is one that I truly support and believe in, and why not talk to y'all about this conspiracy? So, Big Pharma. So, pretty much, Big Pharma is pharmaceutical companies operating for sinister purposes against public good and for their own economic benefit. Now, I will be hitting some points such as how they can cause or worsen diseases, how remedies are suppressed or hidden against the public. I will be touching on briefly on HIV and AIDS, cancer, and COVID-19, and how cures have been discovered but hidden from the public for their own economic benefit. So, the first point I want to get into is HIV and AIDS. So, from what we know, the earliest known case of HIV/AIDS was in 1959. An African man from the Congo was tested positive for AIDS as he was tested, blood test to be particular, and that was from our knowledge, the earliest known case of AIDS was in 1959. Now, AIDS didn't become such a big issue until June of 1981 in America, at least in America. Until June of 1981, AIDS became a huge problem. Now, let's take into account there's another conspiracy which kind of goes hand to hand with this, which I won't get much into, but I'll give a little rundown. Racism in America during these times was a huge deal. The civil rights movement, civil rights activists, it was very big. So now that conspiracy says that AIDS was created to kill off African Americans, targeted for African Americans. So pretty much a genocide theory, if you ask me. That's a theory. I don't know if I believe it, but I feel like AIDS was created by human, man-made. It wasn't, in my opinion. Now, obviously, no cure has been found for AIDS, but there is treatment. Now, with treatment comes a lot of money, and I mean a lot. Treatment equals money. Put that into context. Now, cancer. Now, from researching cancer, roughly 1/4 of Americans believe there is a cure for cancer. That's a lot of people. So 25%. To me, that's a good amount of people that do believe. So, I don't know. Cancer, I believe there has to be a cure by now, especially with the technology that we have. We are so advanced. We are light years ahead of what we were back then with cell phones, new technology coming out. We are evolving and getting better and better as humans. I just don't see how it's possible that there is no cure still. Now, take this into account. I do understand there are roughly 200 different types of cancers. So that is a lot. But also with that, there has to be a cure for at least one. There has to. In my opinion, like I said, with the technology we have, there has to be one. Now, I want to get this clear too, that I'm not here to bash doctors or healthcare workers. Now, to me, the problem is not the doctors or the healthcare workers. They have no control in this. They have to work with what they got. The problem is the higher ups, the people that actually run everything. The people that run and control society. Now, obviously, research teams hide information from the public, and the public is the doctors, the healthcare workers, so they don't know. Now, not necessarily doctors are the problem in this. It's the people that, like I said, control the society, the elites, which is a whole different conspiracy too, but They do this to control and for economic benefit. Now, another topic I wanted to get into, which is very fresh, is COVID-19. Now, COVID-19 was created in a lab. They came out. At first, they tried to say that it was the wet markets in China, then the Wuhan lab, the test subjects, which the bats escaped, which I don't believe that necessarily. I don't buy that. I believe that it was created, and like I said, the higher ups used it to control society and for economic benefit. I believe it was put out there for the world to experience. COVID-19 is a real thing. It is. And it was put so that people, for chaos. Now, especially now with the COVID-19 vaccines, there's people, everything is a conspiracy nowadays, but people think it's fake. People think it's trackers. I don't know what to think, honestly, but I know it makes money. And these pharmaceutical companies make money. Nothing in this world is free. So obviously they're making money. Some sort of income, they get some sort of economic benefit from this. Like I said, so with COVID-19, I believe it was man-made too, and for their own benefit. So the pharmaceuticals, their own benefit, obviously. Now, wanting to get into the economic benefits as well. Funding for cancer, from what I've researched, there has been a total of $6 billion raised for research. And roughly $300 million a year for cancer research. That's just cancer. Now for AIDS, roughly $788 million a year in 2016. And this came out from the CDC. And there's still private organizations or companies, institutes that do their own research and gather funding. So we're talking about tons of money goes into research. And on just 2 diseases. We still got to take into account diabetes, all these diseases that come out. So much research goes into them, and so much money, and no cure has still been found. And if it was to me, I would demand results, or they should cut down on funding on some of these diseases. If they can't get no results with all this money, what is going on, So that's what I think too. Now, insurance companies make a lot of money as well as the pharmaceuticals. That's why medicine is so expensive. So, and medicine is expensive pretty much because there is no control or regulation on it. So when you think about it, we literally have monopolies. The pharmaceutical companies, they have monopolies. They could put the price for medicine at whatever they want, obviously. And yeah, so all this stuff is used for their own economic benefit.